Have you ever found yourself thinking about someone again and again, almost like their presence is etched into your soul? No matter how busy you get, no matter how many distractions fill your day, they still appear in your mind. It happens when you're cooking, walking, praying, even in the quiet moments before sleep. A name, a face, a memory, and suddenly they're back. But have you ever paused and really asked yourself, why? Why this person? Why now? Maybe you've brushed it off as just a random thought. But deep down, something whispers, what if it's not random at all? Because in Islam, we know nothing is ever truly random. Every thought, every emotion, every whisper in the heart comes with a purpose. Allah is Al-Latif, the subtle, the most aware of the hidden movements within your soul. That means even the thoughts you don't understand have meaning. They carry wisdom. Maybe not visible today, but real, nonetheless. So what if this constant thought of a person is more than just your imagination? What if it's a sign? What if Allah is calling your attention to something deeper, something about your own heart? Maybe it's a sign of love, maybe a test of patience, or maybe, just maybe, it's a mirror showing you something about yourself that you haven't yet realized. This video isn't just another explanation. It's made for you. Yes, you, the one who's quietly wondering, why can't I stop thinking about them? The one who seeks clarity, comfort, or closure. The one who turns to Allah but still finds their thoughts wandering. Today we're going to explore this together. We're diving into what it truly means, spiritually, when someone keeps entering your thoughts. Through the words of the Qur'an and the teachings of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, we'll seek understanding. So stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear might unlock something in your heart you didn't even know needed healing. The human heart is not just a muscle beating inside your chest. It's the spiritual core of who you are. It's where emotions are born, where memories live, and where your connection to Allah is either strengthened or weakened. In Surah Al-Hajj, Allah tells us, "Verily, it is not the eyes that grow blind, but it is the hearts which are in the breasts that grow blind." Surah Al-Hajj 22:46. Think about that. Your heart sees. It understands in ways your eyes never could. That means when someone remains in your thoughts, it's not just your brain, it's your heart speaking. But the question remains, what is it saying? Do you miss this person, love them, fear for them, feel guilty, feel hope? Or is your heart warning you? Because in Islam, thoughts are not meaningless. They're tied to your spiritual state. And when the heart is pure, those thoughts serve as guidance. But when the heart is clouded, those same thoughts can become misleading, even harmful. The Prophet Muhammad taught us, truly in the body there is a piece of flesh. If it is sound, the whole body is sound. But if it is corrupt, the whole body is corrupt. Verily, it is the heart. Sahih Bukhari 52. That's how important your heart is. It's not just a container of feelings, it's the compass of your entire life. So if someone keeps appearing in your thoughts, pause. Don't rush to conclusions. Reflect. Ask yourself, is this from Allah or is it from my nafs? Could it be that Allah wants you to pray for this person? To help them? To forgive them? Or could it be a wake-up call? To remind you that your heart is attaching to what it shouldn't. That's why turning inward matters. When your thoughts circle around a person, don't just ask about them. Ask about you. What is this revealing about your desires, your attachments, your focus. Because here's the truth. Not every persistent thought is a divine sign. Sometimes it's a divine test. Allah tests us, in many ways, through hardship, through blessings, and yes, sometimes through people. In Surah Al-Anbiya, Allah says, "And we test you with evil and with good as trial, and to us you will be returned." Surah Al-Anbiya 21:35. So the fact that someone occupies your mind doesn't automatically mean they're meant to be part of your life. It might mean Allah is testing what you do with those thoughts. Are they distracting you from your salah? Are they making you anxious? Or are they softening your heart, drawing you closer to dua? Remember, a thought can be a door to clarity or to chaos. What matters is how you respond. If that person pulls you away from remembrance of Allah, it's time to purify your focus. But if their presence in your thoughts pushes you toward kindness, prayer, or reflection, maybe that's a sign of goodness. Ask yourself, when I think of them, do I grow closer to Allah or further away? Because ultimately, when your heart is guided by faith, it won't lead you astray. But when it is ruled by longing or ego or wounds that haven't healed, even the most beautiful thoughts can become distractions in disguise. So here's what to do next. Turn to Allah. Speak to Him like a friend. Say, "Ya Allah, if this person is in my thoughts for a reason, show me the wisdom. If not, free my heart from distraction and fill it with you." Because the heart that remembers Allah is the heart that always finds peace. But how do you know if this constant thought of someone is a sign from Allah or a test of your patience? The answer starts with honest self-reflection. Ask yourself these three powerful questions. Does thinking about this person bring me closer to Allah or take me further away? Do I feel peace in my heart, or does it stir restlessness and anxiety inside me? Does it inspire righteousness or tempt me toward actions that feel wrong or lead to sin? These questions aren't just for reflection. They are spiritual tools. They help you gauge whether your thoughts are filled with light or whether they are pulling you into shadows. When thoughts of someone lead you to make sincere dua, to act with kindness, to seek purity and self-improvement, they may carry wisdom. But when these thoughts start making you unsettled, when they cloud your mind, cause emotional chaos, or build an unhealthy attachment that takes you further from Allah, then know this may be a test, not a sign. And the test isn't just the thought itself. The real challenge is, how do you respond to it? Every test is an opportunity to turn back to Allah. When you feel unsure, say, "Ya Allah, guide me through this feeling. If it's good for me, bring it closer. If not, remove it from my heart with peace." Because remember this, Allah never places anything in your life without purpose. Whether it's a test, a sign, or a lesson, it's designed to bring you closer to Him. One of the most common reasons someone keeps reappearing in your thoughts is love, or maybe it's emotional attachment. The human heart is wired for connection. It holds on to people who made us feel something. Whether it's admiration, shared memories, or deep longing, we can't always explain it. But Islam gives us the lens to understand it. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Souls are like recruited soldiers. Those that recognize one another unite in harmony, and those that do not recognize one another are at odds." Sahih Muslim 2638. Subhanallah, this hadith is so profound. It reminds us that some connections are spiritual, They exist even before our bodies met. So if someone keeps showing up in your thoughts, it could be a reflection of that harmony between souls. But here's where wisdom is needed. Just because you feel a connection doesn't mean it's part of your destiny. In Islam, love isn't measured only by feelings. It's measured by qadr, Allah's divine decree. And no matter how strong your emotions may be, only Allah decides who stays in your life and how. If someone is truly meant for you, Allah will open doors at the right time, in the right way, with no compromise on your deen. You won't need to chase, force, or beg for it. It will come naturally, honorably, and peacefully. But if you find yourself constantly thinking about someone who is unavailable, someone who is pulling you away from your values, someone who is harming your emotional or spiritual peace, then maybe, just maybe, this isn't a sign to move forward. It could be a signal to let go. Sometimes the person who lingers in your thoughts is not the one meant for your life, but the one meant to teach you something. That lesson might be about patience, or about trust, or about surrendering what you want in order to receive something better that Allah has planned. So ask yourself this: are you holding on because your heart is convinced it's love? Or are you holding on because your nafs can't bear the thought of letting go? Because in truth, real faith is trusting Allah even when the heart doesn't understand. Trust that if this person is part of your qadr, Allah will unite you, not just for dunya, but in a way that strengthens your akhirah too. But if they are not written for you, no matter how long you think of them, they will not enter your life. And you will find peace not in holding on, but in surrendering to the will of Allah. So here's what I want to remind you today. Not every person who occupies your thoughts is meant to stay in your life. Some are mirrors, reflecting your needs. Some are trials, testing your heart. And some are warnings. Yes, warnings from Allah. He may be protecting you from a love that could destroy your faith, or shielding you from a relationship that looks beautiful on the outside, but would damage you on the inside. So the next time someone enters your mind over and over again, don't just wonder what it means. Talk to Allah about it. Cry to Him. Reflect with Him. And trust that His answer will be better than anything you could imagine. Because even when your heart doesn't get what it wants, if you stay close to Allah, it will always receive what it truly needs. And sometimes, that's the most beautiful form of love. When Allah protects your heart from what you thought you wanted, and gently guides you toward what your soul was truly longing for all along. The Prophet Muhammad gave us a powerful reminder: a person will be with those whom he loves. Sahih al-Bukhari, 3688. This one sentence carries so much weight. It means that your love, your emotional attachment, is not just a feeling. It's a direction, a connection, a path that affects not only your heart, but your akhirah. So pause and ask yourself honestly, if I keep thinking about this person, is it taking me closer to Allah or further away? Allah warns us in the Qur'an, and do not follow desire, for it will lead you astray from the way of Allah. Surah Sad 38. Desires can be so subtle. They feel soft, emotional, and even innocent. But if they begin to cloud your mind, shake your peace, or weaken your connection with Allah, then they're no longer guiding you. They're misleading you. And that's what Shaitan wants. He doesn't always push us toward obvious sin. Sometimes He just whispers thoughts that feel harmless, even beautiful. He plants the idea that your happiness depends on this person, that your life feels incomplete without them, that you must chase them or you'll never feel whole again. But that is a trap. True peace doesn't come from chasing people. It comes from turning to Allah. Because the more you cling to someone who isn't meant for your soul, the more exhausted your heart will feel. And the further you'll drift from the only one who can truly fill the emptiness inside. So if you find yourself trapped in thoughts that bring more pain than peace, here's your way out. Run to Allah. Speak to Him in your sujood. Increase your dhikr. Fill your mind with His words, not theirs. The more you strengthen your bond with Allah, the more He will gently remove unhealthy attachments from your heart, and He will replace them with something so much better. Remember, what is truly meant for you will never require you to compromise your faith. If thinking about someone is making you slip, doubt, or distance yourself from righteousness, that is not love. That is a signal, and it's time to let go. When someone keeps appearing in your thoughts, don't let your emotions lead you blindly. Handle it with spiritual wisdom. Let your response come from a place of clarity, not confusion. So, what should you do when this happens? Here are 3 powerful, practical steps you can take. 1. Make dua. Ask Allah for guidance. Before you make any decisions, or even overthink, go to the one who knows what's hidden and what's best. Raise your hands and say, Ya Allah, if this is good for me, bring it closer. If it's not, take it away gently and replace it with something better. The Prophet Muhammad used to make this dua often. O turner of the hearts, keep my heart firm upon your religion. Tirmidhi 2040. This is your shield, your reminder that only Allah holds the steering wheel of your heart. So if a person is causing you confusion, anxiety, or weakness, ask Allah to purify your heart and guide your thoughts to what is good in both worlds. Two, pray istikhara, the prayer of guidance. If your mind is filled with questions like, is this person meant to be in my life? Is this a sign, or just my emotions? Should I wait, reach out, or let go? Then don't guess. Don't act on impulse. Instead, perform Salat al-Istikhara. This is the prayer where you ask Allah for absolute clarity. And the beauty of it is this: if it's right for you, Allah will ease the way. If it's not, He will protect you from it, and protect your heart from breaking. Sometimes the answer doesn't come in words. It comes in how things unfold, in what is removed, in what brings peace. 3. Guard your heart. Avoid unnecessary attachments. The more you let feelings settle without boundaries, the harder it becomes to detach. That's why Islam teaches us to love in moderation, to hope with balance, and to always center our hearts on Allah first. Because no person, no matter how much you think about them, is worth replacing the peace that comes from closeness to Allah. The Prophet said, "Tie your camel and trust in Allah," meaning, do your part. Take the steps, but don't let your heart fly away without anchoring it in faith. Guard your emotions. Don't let your desires control your dua. And don't let thoughts of someone else overpower your remembrance of the one who gave you your heart in the first place. This means that while we take action, we must ultimately place our trust where it truly belongs, with Allah. Yes, tie your camel. Do your part. take the steps. But after that, release the weight from your heart and let Allah write your story. Guard your heart. Keep it in check, not by suppressing your feelings, but by making sure they align with your faith and not just fleeting desires. When your heart is grounded in Allah, it becomes your strength, not your weakness. Let's continue with these two final steps of healing and clarity. 4. Redirect your thoughts. Engage in beneficial actions. A wandering heart is often the result of a wandering mind. When we allow our minds to sit idle, especially during emotional moments, we open the door for overthinking and sometimes even despair. So what do? Fill your life with light. Start small. Recite Qur'an, even just a few verses. Engage in dhikr. Remember Allah in the quiet spaces of your day. Read something that nourishes your soul. Move your body. Breathe deeply. Go for a walk with intention. Surround yourself with people who lift you up spiritually. Avoid spaces, online or in person, that fan the flames of unnecessary emotional attachment. Because the more you fill your time with goodness, the less room there is for thoughts that drain you. 5. Accept Allah's will, trust His plan. At the end of every question, every longing, every sleepless night, comes one truth. What is meant for you will never miss you, and what misses you was never meant for you. If Allah has written something for your heart, He will bring it to you, not through sin, chasing, or emotional distress, but in a way that's pure, peaceful, and filled with barakah. And if something is not written for you, no matter how deeply you think, wish, or cry for it, it will not be yours. But that is not rejection, that is protection. Trust that Allah sees what you do not. He knows your future. He knows what will grow your soul and what will break it. He knows what kind of love will guide you to Jannah and what kind will delay your journey there. So rest your heart in His hands. If the person constantly on your mind is truly meant for you, Allah will unite you in a halal, honorable, and peaceful way that brings you closer to Him. And if they are not meant for you, then know something far better awaits. Not because you gave up, but because you surrendered. Final heartfelt reminder: keep your heart attached, not to creation, but to the Creator. Because when your heart belongs to Allah, He will fill it with tranquility in moments of confusion, clarity when emotions cloud your judgment, and contentment even when your plans don't go as hoped. When someone keeps entering your thoughts, remember, there is always a reason. It could be a sign to reflect, a test of your patience, a blessing in disguise, or even a divine warning to protect your soul. But you'll only know the truth when you turn to the one who knows everything. So whatever the reason, turn to Allah first. Pour your feelings out to Him. Ask for understanding. Ask for strength. Ask for peace. Because if that person is truly written for you, Allah will make a way. And if not, He will heal your heart and lead you to something far more beautiful. Allah reminds us in the Qur'an, "And whoever relies upon Allah, then He is sufficient for him." Surah At-Talaq 65:3. Let this be your anchor. You don't need to carry this alone. You don't need to chase or force anything. All you need to do is rely on Him. If it's written for you, it will come effortlessly, with peace and divine timing. And if it's not, know that Allah is protecting you from what your heart may not yet understand. So let go of uncertainty. Let go of what is weighing your heart down, and instead embrace the peace that only comes when you say, Ya Allah, I trust you completely. Because what Allah has written for you will never pass you by, and what was never yours can never truly reach your heart. May Allah guide your heart, clarify your path, remove every pain you carry in silence, and bless you with what is best for your dunya and your akhirah. Ameen.